Last year, 11.6 million cryptos went to zero. That's 32,000 tokens dying every day. Yes, most were memes with lifespans shorter than milk left in the sun. But plenty sat in portfolios, bleeding slowly, held by bag holders waiting for recovery that will never come. How do you know if your bags are deceased or just taking a power nap? And if it's the former, when do you finally pull the plug? My name is Alex and this is Web3 Verse. Nothing in this video is financial advice. I can't tell you what to buy or sell, and you can't outsource decisions to content creators and expect to do well. What I can tell you is how to check for vital signs, spot the difference between accumulation and distribution, and come to terms with bad investments. That sounds good, smash that like button. A new industry report has tallied dead cryptos, and good grief, there are many. According to CoinGecko, since 2021, more than half of all cryptos tracked on Gecko Terminal have failed. That means if you picked a random altcoin, the odds of it going to zero were worse than a coin flip. Last year was something else. 11.6 million cryptos wiped out. To put that in perspective, that's 86% of all crypto deaths in the last 5 years, all concentrated in just 1 year. The closer you look, the more gruesome it gets. 7.7 million of those crypto deaths happened in Q4 last year alone. So 35% of all cryptos that died since 2021 died in the last 3 months of 2025. Unless you've been hibernating since Q3, you'll know what happened. October 10th last year saw the biggest liquidation event in crypto market history, wiping 19 billion in leveraged positions off the map within hours. Thinly traded tokens with shallow liquidity pools were vaporized instantly, and the market has been struggling to find its footing ever since. However, the October massacre wasn't the beginning of crypto's mass extinction event. In 2024, Pump.fun's token launchpad industrialized the process of launching scams. It used to take a team to pull off a decent rug. You needed a website, a plagiarized white paper, maybe a fake LinkedIn profile. Now it takes 2 minutes and the ability to prompt a meme generator. The barrier to entry collapsed to near zero and floodgates opened. Total crypto projects exploded from around 428,000 in 2021 to more than 20 million by end of 2025. A crypto can technically exist forever on a blockchain. You might have had the same token sitting in your wallet for years. The smart contract is still deployed on-chain, immutable and permanent, but existing isn't quite the same as being alive. In crypto, the distance between the two is measured in liquidity. There's no universally agreed standard for determining when crypto is dead, but that shouldn't mean it's hard for you to judge. We suggest starting with 3 simple criteria. First, no trading activity for an extended period. CoinGecko marks as inactive cryptos that haven't been traded a single time in 30 days. 0 trades in a day is a bad sign. 0 trades in a week is 99% dead. 0 trades in a month is lost to history. The trading volume flatline is usually the first sign. Without volume, there's no price discovery, which means there's no realistic way to exit the position without destroying what's left of the value yourself. Second is delisting, which is functionally somewhere between a death sentence and death certificate. When a major exchange removes a crypto, usually citing low volume, weak development, or regulatory concerns, it usually kills whatever liquidity remained. It may still exist on some DEX with $47 in the liquidity pool, but at that point, the prospects of it staging a recovery for you to sell into aren't great. Third is the rug pull, which isn't so much a death as a murder. In the first half of 2025 alone, losses from scams and rug pulls exceeded $2 billion. These are cryptos where developers drain the entire liquidity pool overnight, often within minutes of the initial pump. The token still shows up in your wallet. The contract is still on-chain. It just has no extractable value left whatsoever. There is a tricky gray area where crypto may appear dead when it's actually in an accumulation phase. The chart could be down 90%, volume anemic, social media gone quiet, holders capitulated. That setup is either the last trickle of volume before crypto goes to absolute zero, or it's the exact moment before institutional players and sharp traders quietly load up at the bottom while everyone else has given up. The difference between those two scenarios is what every bag holder's dreams are made of. You might not be able to tell which one it is just by looking at price, because it's not price but volume that should tell you whether anyone still cares. However, not all volume is created equal. Crypto markets are rife with wash trading, where a single entity trades with itself to create the illusion of activity. This is especially rampant on lower-tier exchanges and on DEXs. So a token showing high reported volume isn't a sign of life if that volume comes from the same handful of wallets trading back and forth. The giveaway is looking at unique wallet interactions versus total volume. If the numbers don't make sense, they don't. Meanwhile, another useful indicator is on-balance volume. OBV tracks cumulative buying and selling pressure by adding volume on up days and subtracting it on down days. If price is bleeding but OBV is rising or holding steady, it suggests bidders are absorbing the capitulation. If OBV is flatlining alongside price or worse, declining faster than price, the token is being abandoned. You should also keep an eye on liquidity depth. If market cap is a vanity metric, liquidity is a sanity metric. A crypto can show a $100 million valuation on a tracker, but if there's only $50,000 sitting in the liquidity pool, that number is meaningless. Not all dead cryptos look dead. Some have billion-dollar market caps, active exchange listings, and social media accounts still trundling along. Some have cults of bag holders who will fight tooth and nail to defend them. But many are zombie projects, technically alive, functionally irrelevant. They're not dead in the sense that they've been delisted or rugged. The networks still operate, but their valuations are held up by the possibility of future adoption, which always seems just around the corner but never quite arrives. The question for holders of these living dead cryptos is, does any of this even matter? We think it depends. The more obscure a project is, the greater chance there is that it gets forgotten and does not recover during broader crypto market rallies. Conversely, larger cap cryptos, projects that already have a critical mass of name recognition, trading volume, and liquidity, are much more likely to join in such rallies, regardless of their project fundamentals or functional zombie status. We're getting close to a debate about fundamental versus technical analysis. We'll just emphasize that market structure is ultimately king. There's no reason to ignore a zombie project if its market structure flips bullish, meaning the chart prints a convincing series of higher lows and higher highs on high time frames. Likewise, there are no fundamentals or catalysts bullish enough to save an asset with broken market structure until the market structure shifts again. Ignore what the chart is saying at your peril. If a crypto you thought dead shows signs of bullish market structure, higher highs, higher lows, increasing volume, increasing velocity, then disbelief will only cost you an opportunity. Take Solana for example. SOL fell by more than 95% between November 2021 and November 2022 when FTX collapsed. FTX looked like the final nail in the coffin for Solana, which spent almost all of 2023 in a grueling range between around $13 and $32. Sentiment was very poor. Volumes were low, and many market participants appeared to have written Solana off. But as it turned out, this was only a near-death experience. SOL started closing candles above this range in Q4, and it was off to the races again. It went on to rally to above $263 over the next year. This may be an exception rather than the rule because most dead cryptos are not coming back. However, the more important takeaway is just to keep an eye on market structure and high time frame candle closures. Richard Wyckoff's market structure framework gave us the language to describe what we saw with Solana in 2023: accumulation. He also coined the term distribution to describe what we see with other assets that collapse and meander but fail to recover. Both can look like sideways or choppy price action, but there are important patterns that distinguish the two. A crypto in distribution will be printing lower lows and lower highs with volume that spikes only on the way down. Accumulation looks different. You get a selling climax, huge volume, violent drop, but the price finds a bottom and enters a range, chopping sideways for weeks or months as capitulation plays out and whales quietly absorb supply. Is your crypto dead and will it ever recover? To be frank, the odds are that yes and no are the answers. But if you're holding crypto with significant trading volume, liquidity, and exchange listings, it could be in with a chance. If it's still trending downwards, you're playing with fire. If it's bottomed and showing signs of accumulation, you might be onto something. Just remember, hope and fear are your worst enemies, and candle closures and risk management are your friends. That's all from me. Thank you for watching Web3verse, and I'll see you in the next one.